What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We just got 4 of these awesome new advanced Beelzemon decks. Now, why did I get 4? You don't really need 4. I just went a little crazy with these ones because there is like a chance to get an alternate art. I'm not sure if it even says it on here anywhere, but you do have a chance to get an alternate art Beelzemon in place of one of the regular ones. And that thing is crazy awesome and kind of stupid expensive too. So I bought like half a case of these. Hopefully we'll get lucky and pull that. So yeah, but all you really need like is one of these, because one of these is pretty much fine on its own. However, if you want to get at least 2, that is also kind of ideal to get, the better, multiple copies of all the good stuff. But regardless, without further ado, let's just start breaking into these. I'm just going to go through this first one real quick, and then we will take a look at all the cards in there and kind of go over what they do real quick. And stay tuned to the end. I'll crack open these other 3, and hopefully we'll get lucky, and we'll pull that alt art Beelzemon. That is so awesome. So let's take a look here. Boom, so there it goes. This deck is awesome. This whole set is awesome because it does come with sleeves, Beelzemon themed sleeves, which look really nice. And yeah, so those are really awesome. And here is the deck. And you also get these promo, like alt art cards. So we can take a quick look at those first. All right, so first of all, we got Digimon, and this is actually from the starter set. So alt art of the starter Digimon, really nice. And then we also have an alt art for the starter Vmon, very cool. We got an Argomon. You get a Tactical Retreat. And you get a Sunaraizamon. You get a Pagumon, which is actually pretty good. You could potentially put that in this deck if you want. You actually get 2 of these Impmons, so that's why you kind of want like 2 of the decks. You get 2 of these Impmons and 2 of some of the other cards. You get this awesome alt art Beelzemon and this amazing alt art X Antibody, which, I mean, alone is probably worth the deck. That card is so good and so useful for so many decks that getting that awesome alt art is really nice. So yeah, then you get this awesome playmat as well. And I think this is like the only way to get a playmat that actually has the, the memory gauge at the top without just buying like your own, like one of these. So it's really nice for newer players to have something like this. A really nice paper mat and double-sided too. You got, Beelzemon on one side, Impmon on the other. So very cool. I like that a lot. But yeah, let's take a look at the actual deck itself here. Boom. So we've got Yamon, who is our Digi-Egg. It says, if this Digimon has Wizard or Demon Lord's trait, trash the top 2 cards of your deck when attacking once per turn. So that's pretty good. The main goal of this deck is to pretty much trash cards from your deck and then, use them for certain powers later on, certain abilities these cards have. So this Impmon has, when attacking, if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Beelzemon from your trash for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So that's pretty much why you want to have a lot of cards in your trash for effects like that. And then it says, its inheritable is when a card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. So you get some, removal there. And again, you're probably going to want 4 of these Impmons, so 2 of the decks is ideal. And then you got Candlemon, trash the top 2 cards of your deck on play. And then on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, draw 1. Not bad. Also notice every card in this deck is hollow, so that is really nice. You get a full hollow deck right off the bat. Very cool. Then you've got Fascomon, who just has blocker and can't attack players. 4 of those. And then for our level 4s, we have Porcupamon, that is another blocker. On play, you can trash top 2 cards of your deck. So for 4 costs, not too bad there. And then this one's really, really good. Witchmon, she just has when Digivolving, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. And inheritable, your turn, when this Digimon has the Wizard or Demon Lord's trait, it gets plus 2000 DP. So that's really good for our higher end with Beelzemon and everything. Gives him a good power boost. And then we have Ballmon. When Digivolving, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. And also when Digivolving, this Digimon gains on deletion. If there are 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play one Beelzemon from your trash without paying the cost until the end of your opponent's turn. So that's really awesome. If he attacks into security and dies, you get a Beelzemon. Or if they delete him on their turn somehow, then you get a Beelzemon to replace him. Very awesome. He also has inheritable effect that when this Digimon has the Wizard or Demon Lord's trait, it gets plus 2000 DP. So again, a nice power boost for our Beelzemon. And then here is the Beelzemon himself. So I believe this is where we would pull the alt art, so I'm not seeing him here. So it looks like we just got the regular one in this one. That's fine. So it says, when Digivolving, trash the top 4 cards of your deck. All turns, once per turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in your trash. That's pretty awesome, because that's all turns. So when something's trashed from your deck, you can gain a memory. Sometimes that can interrupt your opponent's turn, which is really cool. Then your turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, this Digimon gains security attack plus 1. Very cool. So you can pretty easily be checking 2 with him. We got Beelstarmon. This one is pretty great as well. It says, when you would play this card from your hand, reduce the play cost by 4 for every 10 cards in your trash. So, you know, ideally, if you have like 30 cards in your trash, she's only going to be a play cost of like 1. So you can just drop her very easily. All turns, when this card is trashed from your deck, you may play one Impmon from your trash without paying the cost. The Digimon played by this effect gains a rush for the turn, which is very awesome. Giving an Impmon rush can just, you know, kind of win you the game out of nowhere. And then opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon attacks, trash the top card of your deck. So, you know, very cool. Again, that kind of interact with the Beelzemon to like interrupt your opponent's turn. All right, I think my neighbor might be outside cutting the grass, so apologies if you can hear the weed eater in the background. That kind of sucks, bad timing there. But then we have Beelzemon Blast Mode that says, when this card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon for every 10 cards in your trash. Increase the highest level this effect can choose by 1. So you can pretty easily get that up to a level 4 or 5 Digimon. Then, when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. If you have 20 or more cards in your trash, gain 3 memory. So it's really awesome to, you know, Digivolve that on your Beelzemon, gain 3 memory back, because it costs 4 to Digivolve. So if you have like 1 memory, you can Digivolve him on Beelzemon to unsuspend him and attack again, which is very awesome. Then we have the Ai and Mako Tamer. It says, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Evil, Wizard, or Demon Lord trait among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, of course, getting those on-play searches is great. Then, your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a purple Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, return 1 card from your hand on top of your deck and gain 1 memory. So you can kind of set up your trashing effects to hopefully get something great from trashing the top card of your deck. I actually get 4 of those, which is nice. We've got the Rivals Barrage card here that says, when this card is trashed from your deck, you may place it in the battle area. So its main effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, which is nice, not bad for 7 cost. And then main delay, return 1 purple Digimon card or Tamer card from your trash to your hand. So very cool. And then security, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. So yeah, not too bad there. That's probably one you're going to want 4 of, or at least maybe 3 of. So probably another reason to get multiples of the deck. Then we got 4 more Impmons here. The classic BT2 Impmon just says, on deletion, trash top 3 cards of your deck. Only 1,000, so pretty good odds he'll be deleted when attacking security. Then we got Wizardmon, which is a great reprint for the deck. When this card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. Very nice. And then you may reveal 1 purple card in your hand and return it to the top of your deck when attacking. It's another great inheritable there as well. Skull Satamon. When digivolving, trash top 2 cards of your deck. Then return 1 card with Demon Lord trait from your trash to your hand. Not bad at all. Really lets you get that, you know, Beelzemon or Beelzemon Blast Mode or whatever you need out of your trash. And then when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. Again, another great inheritable effect there to have. And then we got Death Slinger for 4 cost. When this card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory, and main, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, increase the highest level this effect can delete by 1. 4 copies of that. Very good. So awesome deck right out the box. Even with just one of it, it's very playable. Then you got that nice Beelzemon and Impmon memory gauges there, and the little how to play cards as well. So very cool. I really like this deck. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, and yeah, enjoy me breaking open 3 more of these while we hope to pull the Alt Art Beelzemon. Well, shucks. Out of 4 starter decks, we didn't pull the Alt Art Beelzemon, so that is unfortunate, but this is a great deck nonetheless, so I highly recommend you guys pick up at least 1 or 2 copies of this deck yourself. Alright, really quick before we go, I thought I'd actually show you guys how I am going to throw together these 2 starter decks, just to give you guys an idea to get started with, if you are unsure yourself. So starting us off here, we're just going to use 4 copies of the Yaman egg that comes with the deck. If you want to, you could throw in the Alt Art Pagumon that comes with the like Alt Art cards there as a 5th egg, or even, you know, if you get 2 of the decks, you could use 2 and 3. It doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. There's really one of these Impmons that Pagumon is better for, but otherwise the Yaman is mostly better for the rest of the deck. So yeah, let's just jump into the level 3s. Of course, with 2 of the decks, we're going to be getting 4 of these, the new Impmons for the starter deck. So of course, when attacking, if you have 20 or more cards in trash, you can just Warp Digivolve right into Beelzemon to continue attacking with, and he also has the inheritable to delete a level 3 or lower. So he's really great. You want to just run 4 of him. Then we're also going to run 4 of the Impmon that just has that on deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. That's really great. That's the one that you might want the Pagumon egg for, because that way you get to trash 5 cards on deletion, which is a really good start if you can manage to get both of them out there. And then we just got 4 of the new Alt Art Impmon. Again, if you get 2 of the decks, you know, you get 2 in each, so that's great. You can just run 4 of these guys. So yeah, this guy's just got the on-play effect that you can search the top 4 cards of your deck to add a Beelzemon, something with Beelzemon in the name, and the Ai and Mako Tamer to your hand. So that's pretty nice for the on-play. He also has a pretty good inheritable that if he's got Beelzemon in the name, it gets plus 3,000 DP, which is pretty nuts. And then the main reason this guy's amazing, though, is because of this first effect here, that when this card is trashed from your deck, except by his own effect, you can trash up to 3 more cards from the top of your deck. So this guy is crazy. You know, once you get trashing some stuff, it like really just extends your plays, trashing a bunch more stuff. And the reason that's good is because there's a lot of cards in this deck that have effects when trashed, like this Wizardmon. When this card is trashed from your deck, you gain a memory. So you can, you know, gain a ton of memory in a turn, sometimes just by trashing these Wizardmons. He also has a really good inheritable, and that's why we're playing 4, because you're going to want to trash these Wizardmons for the memory. And he's got this really great inheritable also that you can reveal, when attacking, you can reveal a purple card in your hand and return it to the top of your deck, which isn't too crazy sounding, but it is really good because it does just say a purple card. So like you can, when attacking, if this is, you know, you got the inheritable for him, you could return another Wizardmon to the top of your deck and then get a trashing effect to gain the memory. But we also have an option card that does the same thing, so you can kind of combo that and, you know, get that extra memory for trashing stuff, which is really cool. So definitely 4 of Wizardmon is a must. And then 4 of the Witchmon is also a must, I think. She just has 1 Digivolving, trash top 3 cards of your deck. That's amazing. And another good inheritable, if it's got Wizard or Demon Lord's trait, it gets plus 2,000 DP. So we're just going to play 4 of her as well. She's really great. And then for the rest of our level 4s, we're going to be playing 2 of the Porcupamon. He's only a 4 cost to just hard play. He has blocker, and he has on play, trash the top 2 cards of your deck. So I think he's great just to use 2 of him from the deck. And that will round out our level 4s. For our level 5s, we're just going to be playing 4 Balmons. This guy is amazing for that Windage Evolving, trash the top 3 cards. And then he gets the on deletion. If you have 10 or more, you can get that Beelzemon out. The inheritable gives plus 2,000 as well. So yeah, Balmon at 4, definitely. And then we've got the Skull Satamon at 4 also. just because these are like the only level 5s we have in the deck anyway, and they're both really good. When Digivolving, trash top 2 cards, and you can add a Demon Lord from your trash to your hand. And then the inheritable effect, I like his a little bit better because it is when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. So that's really nice as well. Again, helps extend your turn a little bit longer. And then up next, we've got 4 for our level 6s, 4 copies of the starter deck Beelzemon. This guy's great. I really like this. I think it synergizes all of everything together really well because he's got that when Digivolving to trash top 4 cards is really nice. And then, you know, once per turn, for all turns, you gain a memory for every 10 cards in your trash when something is trashed from your deck. So that's great because you basically just Digivolve him, trash 4, and then you usually gain back at least 1 or 2 memory. So the 4 Digivolve cost really is usually just 3 or 2 sometimes. And then, of course, if you hit the Wizardmon or one of the option cards or something, sometimes it's basically free to Digivolve him, which is pretty nuts. And then when something's trashed, he gets the security. So usually he's swinging in, checking 2, and usually he's pretty strong because you'll have one of the plus 2,000s at least. Sometimes you'll have 2 of them and the plus 3,000 from whichever one, that guy. And he's swinging in with like freaking 19,000 or something crazy like that. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. And then we're going to just be playing 1 Beelzemon. One's all you really need. You can get her back from the trash if you need to, if you end up trashing her. She just has that really awesome effect that you can reduce her play cost by 4 for every 10 cards in your trash. So if you do manage to get to 30 cards in your trash, she only costs 1 to play. And then when something is trashed from your deck, you can play a Impmon and it gets rushed for the turn. Only thing that kind of sucks is that she doesn't trash anything, like when you play her or anything. So you have to play her for 1, have some other effect, like the Yamon when attacking or something, to trash something from your deck, to play out the Impmon, give it rush, and attack for game with the Impmon or something. So that's, you know, pretty much why she's here. Gives you that kind of, you know, rush Impmon for game if the stars align for it. And then we're going to be playing 3 of our level 7 Beelzemon Blast mode. This guy's amazing as well. He combos greatly with the level 6 Beelzemon. So yeah, first of all, he has when this card's trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in trash, you can increase that by 1. So that's nice. You know, as you're milling stuff, you can potentially pop a Digimon. But the main reason I really like this guy is the when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. If you have 20 cards or more in your trash, gain 3 memory. So again, he'll be like a 1 cost to Digivolve. And you can unsuspend. And basically, if you had just attacked with this Beelzemon, you know, say you Digivolved him, trashed a bunch of stuff, got that security +1, swung in with 2 checks, and that gives him this Digimon security +1 for the turn. So if you then go into a blast mode, unsuspend, you know, if you have 20 or more, you gain back 3 memory, so it's only cost 1. Then you swing in again, you can check 2 more because this still gives him that security +1 for the turn. So you can potentially get through 4 security in 1 turn with those. And that's great. You know, if you early on in the game threw this Impmon in there to chip, you know, them for 1 damage and get that deletion effect for him, then you've already wiped out all their security. Then you could potentially play this Beelzemon to get out a rush Impmon for game or attack with something else. So that's kind of the main strategy here, I think. Checking 4 with the 2 Beelzemons and finishing it off with something. So it works really well. I like this deck a lot. The Digimon lineup is really good. Then for the Tamers, of course, we're just going to be playing 4 of the Iron Mako. I really like the... First of all, you got the on-play search effect is really good. And then you have that when Digivolving effect, which is really good because that lets you, just like the Wizardmon inheritable, it lets you put a purple card back on top of your... Or any card from your hand, actually, back on top of your deck. Which really helps with when you're, you know, trashing stuff from the top of your deck. You could basically take an Impmon from your hand, load that on top of your deck, trash it, get that trash effect to trash 3 more cards. You could put a Wizardmon on top of your deck to get that memory gain. You know, there's a lot of great stuff you can do with that. Combos really well. Also gives you a memory back when digivolving too. I've already play tested this deck a couple times, just testing out this build. It works pretty well, but I've already been able to digivolve this guy and get more memory back than I spent the 4 memory to digivolve him. You know, it gets crazy because if you have the Iron Mako, you get a memory back. You trash a couple Wizardmons or something, you get a couple more memory back. And then you already had like 20 in trash, so you get a couple more memory back. You literally end up having another memory than you started with. It's pretty nuts when it all works out. So yeah, they're great. And then last but not least, for our option cards, we've got 4 of the Death Slinger. When it's trashed from your deck, you get to gain a memory. That's what I've been talking about, just like the Wizardmon. So you got 8 cards in here. When trashed, you gain a memory back. But this is also one of the best removal cards I think we have in the game. For only 4 costs, you can just delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon, and for every 10 cards in trash, you can add 1 to that level. So it's pretty easy to get 20 cards in trash, play this for 4, and delete a level 6. Just super, you know, super easy. And then, last but not least, 4 of the Rivals Barrage. This card is kind of tricky. When it's trashed from your deck, you get to put it in your battle area, and that's when you get the main delay effects on your next turn. You can trash it to search back any purple Digimon from your purple Digimon or Tamer from your trash to your hand. So that's really why it's really easy to get this Beelzemon back. You really only need the 1. Because this can just get it right back for you if you need to. But then it also has the actual main effect of delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, and that's the same as its security effect. So you kind of have to, you know, pay attention. If it's trash from your deck, you get to put it in your battle area and use the delay effect. If it's in security, it has the same effect as its main effect. So if you're hard playing it for 7, or if it's popping up in security, you're deleting the highest level Digimon, and then it goes to trash. It doesn't go in the battle area. But if it's getting trash from your deck, it goes in the battle area, and you can use that delay effect. So you kind of have to pay attention to what's going on with that one. But it's a really, really great card. So yeah, this is the deck. Pretty much 4 of just about everything, except for we got 3 Blast Mode, 1 Beelzemon, and then 2 of the Porcupamons. So yeah, I mean, it works out really well in testing, just right out the box with 2 starter decks, and this deck is really solid. There's a few cards you could get to enhance it some more. Basically, the like EX2 Beelzemon and Beelzemon Blast Mode are pretty good ones, and also the other Iron Mako from that set as well. Are some pretty good ones. There's like Dobermon that you could use maybe instead of that. There's another Balmon in BT10 that you could maybe replace him with. But otherwise, you know, this is pretty much good right out the box, which I think is pretty freaking amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the deck and everything. Unfortunately, we did not pull the Alt Art Beelzemon today. Sad, but oh well. The deck is still great. I'm having a lot of fun with it already. I can't wait to upgrade it further from here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. It does help me out a lot. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.